you doing? We are drinking, we are chilling, y'all. Like, we deliver it to the rear.
Alrighty, hi, and welcome to episode 16 of the Strobing Butt Plug. Today, I'm your host, Missy Davis, and these are my awesome co-hosts, Ariana and Ron. We have a special guest, the cat.
He's our mascot.
Absolutely.
What's his name for the audience?
Buddy.
And how many years young is Buddy?
He will be 16 next month.
Old as
October.
fuck.
Around Halloween.
He's my kid's age. Today, we will be doing Saunders, oh god, I'm old. Brewing Kings Island Blue Ice Cream. Random one, Braxton Garage Beer. I don't know if that'll be shitty or good. I thought it looked shitty. And then, as always, the Mysterious Beerious. Alrighty.
I am finishing my pre-beer still.
Yay,
As
again,
usual.
as always. As always, Ariana with her pre-beer.
Hey, I got shit to do, man.
So the Kings Island beer from Saunders was going to be my Mysterious Beers from last week. I did not make it to get a hold of it, but I did last weekend. And I was going to have it sneak it in as the Mysterious Beers this week. And then she posted on Facebook that she was drinking one, so I was like, well, shit.
I tried it yesterday, and I tried it after I was drinking a white trash PBR. And the PBR was really good and really sweet, so I think it might have skewed the taste of this, so I'm going to have to try it again anyway.
Also, we'd like to welcome Missy out of prison.
Prison.
She was up for a good month or so. So now she can make all of her own posts. And
Right on.
yeah. I had this at the park. I don't remember it being quite that color, but it was really fucking bright out that day.
Right. We're all going to have blue poop.
Bloop.
Bloop?
Bloop.
Bloop, bloop, blue poop.
It's like if you eat too many.
Green poop. That'll be
It's
good.
like if you like at Halloween time when you drink the eat the blueberry cereal.
It smells
Yes.
like apple. It smells like apple candy to me.
It does smell good.
I don't like apple candy.
It does taste like the blue ice cream. I can taste it now, but it's really not that sweet at all.
No.
It's a lot better than what I thought it tasted yesterday.
It's good.
So when I had the first one of these, I had it at the park. It was like $12, $13 a can. And
To
when
be expected.
when Mr. Zach picked up the 4-pack, it was $13 for a fucking 4-pack. And I'm just like,
Typical.
fuck.
Is the blue ice cream like blue raspberry or something?
Blue or raspberry, which is blueberry, I think, but blue
I was
raspberry.
gonna say it tastes blue raspberry-ish to me too. It's not bad. Not like I thought it would be.
So how was your flavor profile fucked up?
Yeah, my first impression of it was not good. I had that it was the PBR coffee drink. It's not even a beer, so it's like a Kahlua, and so it was thick and probably just stayed in your mouth and on your tongue and stuff. Because I'm like, this stuff is gross. Like, it didn't live up to the hype either way, but it's actually pretty good now.
I didn't hear too much of the hype. I know everybody was excited to get it and stuff, but
Right.
Well, like when they put this crap out at the start of the summer, they did like one release of the cans to the public, and then they were going through it so damn quick that they couldn't do it
Ugly
anymore.
color.
I think it looks like a good Halloween beer color. or
Ooh,
something.
it is weird. It's because I see the blue around the outside, and I can see like orange and
greenish.
Yeah.
like, you can just
It is very weird.
It reminds me
Right.
of
Probably hard to
the
see from
mirror
that
in.
They must have added
Is that Sleeping Beauty with the mirror? The mirror on the wall.
I think they must have added like a shit ton of blue food dye to this.
I wonder if you can see it, like if you. Are you doing
Like,
because I know they can't see it from that
Oh,
side.
right,
I'm trying to get it. It's
so that's weird looking on yours, like our side now. It looks like
It looks like
opaque and purple.
it does. I don't know if you
There.
can see it or
There's
not.
kind of a picture of it.
You did kind of get a picture. Let's see if I can.
What's that? What do you think?
That's purple and not opaque.
See, I'm
Let's see
seeing
if-
like on the corners when I'm looking at it, I'm seeing the blue, but in the middle it's like normal beer color. Almost maybe like a cola color.
Right. Yeah, it looks like a mixed drink that it's layered, but the layers are mixing.
I don't know. I just wonder, obviously they'll probably bring this back to Kings Island next year. I wonder if they'll retire that Kings Island lager they've got also, or they'll just keep doing the whole series of them.
It was pretty alright.
Pretty alright.
There was something I thought I don't know. I was gonna say that there was something I thought that was funny.
So
I'm probably going to be not very funny this week, but however, I did go to the tap house in Greenville. It's called the Sure Shot. I posted pictures and little videos of it on TikTok and other social media, but it's really great. A self-serve tap place. They have 40 taps on, like all at one time, and all kinds of beer, seltzers, ciders, even mixed drinks, some wines, a lot of odd stuff. And it's really cool. You just,
there's
the card
the
that they
color I
load up
wanted.
for you.
That's the color I wanted.
There you go.
That's the photo color I want here. Let me see.
The card that they
There,
load
I'll
for
put
you.
that up on the book.
That looks pretty good.
Is that outright what you're seeing?
Yeah.
Yeah. My hairy ass leg.
The card that they give you
No
on
feet pics.
file. Some feet pics.
I mean, actually, if you want to do feet pics,
pics.
I'll start an OnlyFans. They made that legal.
There you go. But put your card up in front of the tap, and then you push. It's like, well, no, it's actually 2 taps. So it's like there's 2 beers on each screen, and then you have 2 taps over here, and it just goes down the line, 2 for each screen. And then you can either do a whole glass or a short glass. They have the pint glasses. They also have like a flight that you can just grab the flight, and I was doing like half flights. I was pouring each glass half full so I could try more of the drinks. Got a lot of really good stuff there.
What'd you drink?
So there was this really weird one called, what was it called, brain damage or something? I can't remember. I took pictures of all of them. Let's see, I probably should have just made notes and brought them. Let's see here. Okay. So there was a honey
You trying to
drink.
hold my hand?
I forget what the honey drink was called.
Oh.
But it was a really good, it was like it was really nice. And there's even a description, like if you tap each individual beer on the screen, it basically brings up the description that's on Tapped.
Yeah. Untapped or whatever.
Untapped is what it is, yeah. So it brings up the description that's on Untapped. So you get, like most of them get a description. If it doesn't have a description, it's probably just because it's not on Untapped yet. No, it's like there was like this honey one. There's a Palomando that's Rheingeist. So that was like a grapefruit, lime, hibiscus. That was actually pretty good. It was like, yeah, it is a sour. So that one was pretty good. It was a Toxic Brew. I think I ended up not being able to get that one though because it was out. It was a blackberry beer too. I really wanted to try it and I didn't get to. They had another one that was out that I wanted to try. It was the Abyss. It sounds so good. Brewed with black strap molasses, licorice, and dry spiced with both cherry bark and vanilla beans.
No.
Sounds really good.
That sounds like some of the crap I heard on from that old-timey YouTube channel where they make beer and
Aged in
brew
oak
drinks
bourbon.
like old stuff.
It was, in addition, 50% of the beer was aged in oak bourbon, oak wine, and new American oak barrels.
Ooh, I want some of that. That sounds
Yeah.
damn good.
So then the raspberry, I can't see what it is. Brainless raspberries from Epic Brewing. They didn't have a description, but that was really good. It was a sour. Had really good food there too. Let's see. I did have one from Toxic Brew called a Tart Knocker. It's just a fruited sour. I just had to get it because it was called Tart Knocker.
Yeah, I'll do that too, probably.
I had to. There's no way that I just couldn't.
No, but the Beavis and Butthead fans that we were when we
Absolutely right. I was like, ooh, Tart Knocker. I had to get that. So there was like a few Oktoberfest ones, and I can't remember. Like I have this one, Thirsty Dog Brewing. They called it Barktober. It was really fucking good. It's a Marzen. And I haven't yet to see what a Marzen is. I don't think I've ever heard of them. It was German beer, and that was really good. All around, it was an enjoyable experience. They teach you how to do your own beers, pour your own beers, how to do everything with it, and then when you hit 64 ounces, you just have to have your card basically so you don't load money on it. It basically shuts off. You have to have them turn the card back on, and they just want to make sure you're not super trashed. But you pour your own, and they leave you the fuck alone. If you want food, you go up to them. We were outside, so maybe if you're inside, they might go up to you and say, hey, do you want
They
food?
have
But
a patio and stuff too.
yeah, they've got a nice patio. It's like out back, because it's kind of beside Broadway, but it's not, like, the front of it isn't even on Broadway. So the back is in a parking lot, and nobody walks back there. So it's, I mean, it's completely unbothered.
That's cool.
So the Martin, because I was just curious, it's a low hop lager ale.
It did have a bit of a sweet to it.
And it says it's got a fuller body and sweeter, just that's the type of grains they pick, so
It's really good.
sweeter lager.
I almost think I bought one today to bring. I'll bring it maybe the next time if I remember. If not, it'll be, like the week after that. So it'll be a while.
That sounds cool.
It'll actually maybe be in October next time I bring it. Where's my?
I don't know where your glass is right there, dear.
Oh God, I was like so confused. She's holding hers. I was
So-
like, where did my glass go?
So for like, we need an Oktoberfest episode where you ladies wear like some of like the low cut
Yes.
jogging dresses and I come in wearing lederhosen.
I would do that. We should do that. I'm game. Pigtails, rated pigtails. Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
I'll
I
come
would
in
totally do it.
lederhosen.
Where do I find these things? Because
I don't know. Give us a.
You
give-
could order them online. I bet.
I'm sure that there's a Spirit Halloween store that's open somewhere that has it.
Oh yeah, you can go to a Spirit Halloween store. Oh no. Like we'll just.
Dude, there's gonna be one in Pickwick, the mall, man. Come on.
I was gonna say.
They always do that.
We can go to one and then we can also go to that place. Like we could put them all on. We could put our outfits on and then go to the place in Greenville. Just because.
Just like, what do you do? We are drinking, we are German, y'all.
There you go. Another stereotype right there.
here we go.
But not the type of Germans that's Nazi. He's the type of Germans that just wants the beer.
That's good stuff. I like it.
Well, we'll get for like the butt plug page. We'll get like some nice cleavage shots. You guys holding like giant beer mugs.
Mm.
What? What? That'll get some likes.
I have to get a new bra.
Should have to get like the power booster super pump.
Like the old pump shoes.
Yes,
Oh, the old,
I
like,
almost
yes,
thought there
yes.
was a thing I watched that had
I'm just
a.
picturing you pumping up and then like your right tit blows out.
I thought there was a movie that was doing that and made fun of it.
I think
if
it
there
probably was.
I think there was a movie that did that, but then there was also like a really dumb parody movie where somebody was using like a workout thing, and every time she did this, like her boobs got bigger, and it was like, shh, shh, and then all of a sudden you heard.
I think I've seen a porn like that, but that's an entirely different conversation.
It wasn't a porn that I watched. I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Mine definitely was. It was definitely a porn.
Oh God, guarantee. Now, just anytime you just come in and say, I was watching this movie, I'm just gonna be like, was it a porn? Like, that's what I'm just gonna like.
I mean,
automatically assume it's a porn.
I mean, maybe.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm probably not even going to ask because I don't want it to be ruined. He's going to be describing this movie, and I'm going to be picturing it as a porn. So even if like the movie actually sucks and I don't want to hear the description, it might be about 10 times better because in my head it's a porn.
It's all naked.
So instead of a photographic memory, it's a pornographic memory.
Yeah, there you go.
Just remember everything like it was a porno.
Absolutely, yes.
Man, I got this pizza delivered the other day, and then the guy was like, "Hi, would you like some big sausage on your pizza?" And I was like, "Yes." And I was in my bathroom, and oops, it fell open. He's like, "Oh, I'm going to deliver this pizza." And I'm like, "Will you deliver it to the rear?"
Wow. So baguettes and pizza.
That's one hell of a like. Do they just roll it or fold it all and just, or do they cut it in squares and stuff one piece at a time?
I was
Is
thinking,
it like the New York style pizza where you like can fold it in half or whatever?
There you go, right.
You know what?
Real thin crust, super thick crust. It's like Chicago style.
Chicago style, man. It's got to be thick, man.
It's Chicago style with a lot of sauce to help with that lube for that super round pizza. It's like they just kind of do this and
You gotta
funnel the
really-
sauce in. And
The
then
important part is you
spread it
got to
out.
focus on the Italian part of it, okay?
There
First you cut the crust off, and then you just do the crust.
Like a rope.
See, I was just picturing like the pizza with the whole pizza box with the whole cut in the middle. You open up and there's just a big old dick there because that's the big sausage.
That's great. Like, yeah, a hole cut in the bottom of the pizza thing,
Oh,
like dick in a box.
Like
Yeah.
that meme I saw where like the chick was like they were carving pumpkins or whatever, and the guy's holding it over his crotch, and she's got her hand in the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay, I
That's
see what you
great.
mean.
That's good stuff.
Got it.
That works.
So other than things going on my ass, how the fuck are we doing, ladies?
Jesus, doing pretty good.
Man.
But got my arm burnt off at Roosters, but it's really not that bad. But kind of shocked. I already told them, but that baked macaroni dish, she just singed me. I could get sued.
It hurts so bad. You know, at Roosters, to keep her from being sad and leaving a negative Yelp score, you should buy her free food.
They did not give me a single thing, not even a discount on the menu, which was, she was really nice, but I can tell she was flustered because I don't know if they were having a shortage and just used the excuse that they are understaffed, but anything and everything that was made on the grill you couldn't get. And even certain things you couldn't get, like fried, and that was supposed to be due to short staff because nobody wants to work. And they did have a hiring sign in the front yard, so it could have been short staff because they had a new bartender. Because it was so funny. Like, I ordered a bourbon barrel, thought I had it there before. Maybe it was a different bourbon barrel, and it was really light. And I was like, I looked at it, I'm like, this doesn't look like a bourbon barrel. And I was drinking, I'm like, it doesn't taste like a bourbon barrel. It tasted like what you brought, and it was just called Kentucky bourbon. I mean, like, how many Kentucky bourbon barrels are there? Like, that's all it was labeled as. And then I called her over. She goes, well, I'll get like a little taster of it. You can see, because I was like, she goes, you care if I smell it? She goes, what does it smell like a bourbon barrel? Because she said her husband really liked him. And I was just like, okay, yeah, let's like see if they actually poured the right one. And then I said my other thought was that it tasted that it was the one that you brought that was like that smooth Scotch bourbon barrel.
Okay.
Because it was really light and golden, not dark. It wasn't thick, and the carbonation did seem a little small, like I explained it. And it didn't taste it. I mean, it was good, but I was hoping to get that actual. It's been a while since I had a bourbon barrel.
You found like that.
Jam somebody in the fucking face.
They went there and they're like, bourbon barrel. And they found like the one beer snob's like, this isn't bourbon barrel. This is shit. And everybody else is like, this bourbon barrel tastes
probably
great.
at a place like Roosters.
It just tastes like, you know, a fucking Bud Light or something.
Yeah, I feel like they should have probably put the description or like called it a Scotch bourbon barrel, because I'm like, it wasn't like a usual bourbon barrel usually is. I mean, it's a good one, but it's not what I was looking for. I kind of wanted to be sad and cry.
Our guest host just looks happy as shit, doesn't he?
Yes. It's pretty quiet. I don't think he understands the concept of.
Dude.
I don't think he understands the concept of a podcast. He's supposed to be awesome and entertaining.
Usually, right after we finish the podcast, he'll come out from wherever he's hiding and he'll just go
constantly.
There you go.
Just walk around and be like critiquing our podcast in cat language.
There you go.
So I went to see Corn and Stain the other day.
Hell yeah! How was that?
It was fucking awesome. It was not even a little bit disappointing. Like, they sound exactly like they sound.
I wish I would have got
radio.
that. I had, if I would have known that you were going, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I had a coworker ask me if I wanted the tickets because she ended up getting busy and had to do something else, and I was like, I would take them, but like she was offering it to me last minute. I was like, I would take them, but I said, you're not going. She goes, you have friends. I was like, probably not one that would drop what they're doing to fucking go last minute. But had I known you were going, I'd been like, okay, cool, we'll just go together, you know, like.
I think that one was more like for something special, but I'd have definitely went with you. What day was it?
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday would have been cool. Better than like the, I don't know. Pretty much I feel like since I got back from my trip to Michigan, nothing that I've done has been nothing but run my ass off. Tomorrow I'm excited because there's basically nothing on the to-do list and I want to do nothing. Now that being said, this Sunday I'm going to go see Incubus down at the Rose and Huber.
I saw they were playing. I thought about going to that too.
So then again, you said the Stain and Corn are just like how they were on the radio.
Yeah, they sounded freaking amazing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Jonathan Davis had just had COVID like
yeah.
a week or
So he
two
was singing.
before. And yeah, like he sounded freaking great.
I wonder if he was like lip syncing
I don't think so, but
because of the COVID. Because somebody else did that and they got like they got caught.
Well,
yeah.
it's going to be, depending on how bad his COVID is,
Yeah.
some of those songs he did was that,
Probably helped.
whatever that song was back in the day in school,
Yeah, he played that.
where
Not the
everybody
sickness.
was like always sitting there
No,
to take a
it's
big
not
deep
Disturbed.
breath before
That's
doing it.
Disturbed.
Did you do that one okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember what the name of the song was, but it's like tons of just,
He
yeah.
sounded good.
Awesome.
He did have a chair up on stage though, which apparently he doesn't normally have. I didn't know that because I never really paid attention to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But apparently he doesn't normally have a chair, and he had a chair up there probably because
Here,
he needs
Ritzby.
to conserve energy or whatever. But
See, I haven't done anything cool except for go to cool places like that, get fat.
I've been dealing with 16-year-old problems, and that's okay.
Getting fat.
I'm gonna say I didn't know if you wanted the rest of that little last set. It looked like a lot. I didn't pour a whole lot in there.
You know, first time I had the KI beer, it was at the park, and the people I was with didn't want to wait for me to finish the whole thing, so I kind of chugged the last 2/3 of it
Right.
just to get going and whatnot. But sitting here in a calm setting, much better that way.
Yeah, these kind of beers you kind of have to
It's
sip them. They're sipping beers.
At the park, you know, it was like a fucking asshole, like 90-degree hot day and all that, so it was like, argh.
Oh no.
Foamy.
It was foamy. We're doing the Braxton Brewing. It's out of Kentucky. It's a premium lager. The garage beer. I got that because it reminded me of when you were asking about certain beers, and we were like, yeah, do the one where it's oops.
Oh, the government grade beer or something?
Yes, that's what exactly reminded me. I was like, government issued beer.
I forgot about the government issue beer.
I didn't. I'm still planning on it someday.
That's good stuff.
I'm been working through the remainder of the beer since my party. I've actually had a person, like one of the people from the party, reach out to me and pay me $15 for what remained of the chalky milk,
That's great.
which was 4, and 2 of the Missy's pies. I'm about out of Missy's pie. I'm about out of Sad Zach's. I'm basically down to just the Dragon's Blood beer.
I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast, but Missy's pie and sugar waffles from the fair.
Shit, yeah.
Good combination.
It's kind of weird. Like a sweet smell, unless it's still left over from that blue.
You
I
know,
smell beer.
the sweet smell kind of reminds me
The
of.
sweet smell was the beer, I think. The blue.
It smells yeasty to me.
Yeasty, yeah. It's very plain ass beer. Which I thought, yeah, I was smelling the blue ice cream ale.
If it's not the blue ice cream I'm smelling, you know what it reminds me of? Remember those Japanese beers I brought that one time?
Okay, oh right, because it's really thin, really golden. It had the
It's like we're drinking pee.
I know, right? The head went away rather quickly, and it was like a really crisp white, just whoosh, boom, and went away right away.
It's like a Bud Light type beer to me.
It's literally it's what you'd be drinking out in the garage because it's hot and you're just out in the garage drinking because it's super.
Yeah.
It's a good lawn mowing beer minus.
Lawn
You're
mowing,
like
I'm
stink hilling that shit out in the freaking
Yes.
alleyway.
Yep.
I'm
That's
sitting there in the garage wrenching on the motorcycle, sweating my ass off. I want something, but I'm not gonna want to get hammered off of it.
Because I feel like it should be
Yup.
cheap. If it's not cheap and it's super expensive, it's kind of just buy a Yingling, a Budweiser, and a Busch Light and mix them all together evenly and then distribute it, and that's probably what it would be.
It reminds me for cheap beers. Did we ever get our hands on Hams before they go away?
No. You know what? We should do that. We should do like White Trash Beverage Day. There was, dude.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Oh my God.
Mike's
yes.
Hard Lemonade, Busch Light, and Hams.
Dude, I think we would get totally trashed because there's one I really want to do. I don't know if I ever told you guys or described it to you, but I was told, I had like one of my coworkers, she's like, man, I had this drink the other day, it was really good. It's called a Pap Smear. And it was, it's a PBR, so Pabst Blue Ribbon, and a Smirnoff Ice. You mix them together evenly, and
You drip some period blood in it?
she's like, no. But she was like, it was really tasty. She's like, I was pretty drunk, but I'm pretty sure it was really tasty. I was like, all right. So I went to her place. I said, we went down the street to the bar to drink. I said, let's get one of these and try it right away before we start drinking. And we did, and it's actually really fucking good. Like, unbelievably good. It's just like the red Smirnoff Ice and just PBR. And it's,
So is this one of our white trash drinks?
oh yes. It for some reason to me, it almost tastes minty. Like it becomes a cool mint feel in your mouth. And it's really refreshing. Like there was one day I was at the bar and I was telling everybody about it. I was like, let's mix this. And they gave me little cups and I just poured it out and gave it to a lot of people and everybody said it was good. It's unbelievable. And they're probably all drunk, but
I wouldn't think that would be good for some reason.
it sounds fucking horrible.
Yeah, it does sound like it would be disgusting.
But it's good.
Like mixed drinks, with liquor, don't sound bad. It's like, okay, I'll accept that. But mixing beer type things to me just sounds.
Mixing beer with fucking malt liquor
Yeah.
in one drink and you're actually drinking it.
It just
really
sounds
good.
dangerous. Like,
I could drink
I want to
that.
vomit all over the place. Dangerous.
We would drink a Pap Smear, a Hamm's, and a Honey Brown. That's the 99-cent 24-ounce beer that's for some
Just
reason
straight
really
water?
fucking good. No, it's beer.
Okay.
That's fucking good. Like, it's when you're just like, you know what? It's because it's kind of has like a sweet flavor. It's just a regular wheat beer, but it's probably it's honey, so Honey Brown, and it's like, this is actually kind of good, and it's 99 cents, and it's so white trash because it's good. And
What's a good number for white trash day?
Good number for White Trash Day?
Yeah.
We're on episode 16, so I mean, episode 20.
21. Well, I was gonna say because like everybody wants to party when they turn 21, but if you're white trash, you're probably partying when you're 10. So
Nah,
15 would have been
18.
15 would have been good. 18.
17 or 18.
15.
We're gonna be underage, make it under the
But
age
yeah, we
18.
have to be underage. The underage day.
So next episode?
Because I was gonna say we only do one a week. So what's today? Today's 31, so it would have to be like the 7th. we could do like the 14, 15, like so it wouldn't be the. Oh, but are we doing an episode or the date?
Episode.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So then it would have to be like we could do the next episode or something like that.
Yeah, this is
I
Sweet
feel
6.
like I'm like one, dressed one step up from white trash. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am white trash. I don't know.
So this episode is Sweet 16, and we've never kissed each other, so that's good enough.
There you go.
Well, we've made plenty of poor decisions in our beer drinking
I thought you were
system.
gonna say we've made plenty of porn. I'm like, no, we haven't. What the fuck, dude?
You've mentioned porn more than I have. I've described porn situations, but you've been like, porn? Yes, please. Do you need to get your rocks off on?
No. There's another kitty.
Hello, other cat. Would you like to be the other co-host?
We're gonna have
She
another.
must be getting used to you guys too, because she's usually like all anxiety, and she's like, I'm not having anything to do with these people.
Come here, kitty.
So, for too long, the Strobing butt plug will be guest starring all cats.
She's going by him. She's like, they're treating him good. Come here.
She must be hungry or have to use the bathroom.
Well, we'll change the thing. When we get enough cats, they're all liking this. We'll change the whole thing to the Strobing cat plug.
The Strobing cat.
Although, like, one of the first couple episodes we did, she peed upstairs.
Oh, that asshole.
I know, I was like, man, I might have to get a litter box to put up there. And I never did.
Beer. That is very
She
beer.
was debating on what to do.
You can come in here. She's like, fuck you. So I'm gonna run back upstairs.
She's like, nope, I'm gonna sit here and watch you from the stairs, because fuck you, human. Get my house.
She's all kinds of scared.
How many months we've been doing this now?
Huh?
How many months have we been doing this now for the cast decided to trust
It's
us?
like March, I
So
think.
for like 4 months, because
Yeah.
this is episode 16, and it's also we were down about 2 weeks or a week or something.
She was sitting down here with the last week when you got here. She was like sitting on the table when you got here, and she was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, she in there. Or was it in here? That table. Okay, that's right. I couldn't remember.
Cat's getting all social and shit.
He's all about that,
Stop.
biting his ass.
Yeah. Like pulls hair out. It's gross.
He's an old man, he do what he wants.
I'm surprised she came down, man. Super surprised.
So what the fuck else is new, guys?
Let's
Anything?
see.
Everything?
Well,
Nothing?
Went to Columbus because I was doing, I knew he was getting ready to fall too. I was doing the lift because there were so many bonuses, and I was like, let's get all these short rides that everybody always wants. First, about the third ride, this fucking chick wanted to go from Inglewood to Columbus, like over an hour and a half, or at least an hour and a half, and I was like, well, there goes my frequency bonus, but it was like a long distance, and then I got a long distance bonus on top of that, and I got paid really good that day. But I told her, I was like, cause she went to a doctor's appointment, she goes, I'm gonna be going back. I'm like, oh, I'll just, see if I can catch you on the way back, so that way I get paid on the way back too. I did not, but I stuck around the area, and I had this fucking pissed me off. I had this chick, she didn't piss me off, but I had to go, so she went to the first stop, she was getting keys from a friend's house, but she was gonna watch her house with her on vacation, then I was gonna drop her off at work. So, we're on the highway going, like I'm in the right-hand lane, and like the shoulder is really small and really close. These people were pulled over on the side of the road, they were changing their tire, and it was like, there was even a roadside assistance pulled over, helping them because the dude was wearing,
Day one shit.
gear. Yeah, pretty much. And so I slowed down. I didn't slam on my brakes, but I gradually slowed down to, I don't know, even maybe 45. and this dude behind me was immediately up my ass laying on the horn. I'm like, no, whatever. And so I get ahead of them, and then like all the traffic over here kind of dissipates. He comes in front of me, like he's like swerving behind me, trying to figure. I think he might even come over on the right side, like it. One of the lanes kind of like got wider because there was an exit right here. Got in front of me, he slammed on his brakes. We literally went from like fucking 65 to 0, just like that. And I'm like, motherfucker, I almost hit him. And it was like, I was checking my mirror behind me. I'm like, maybe I should ease up on these brakes in case I have a fucking line of semis behind me. That way it can fucking push us forward instead of just smashing us and flattening us. And I was like,
Did he get out of his truck and do anything, or you just slam on people?
He was in a fucking BMW. He was road raging. If I had a dash cam, I probably would hit him. I probably would have been like, nah, fuck it, like I would have slammed on my brakes but still hit him. Because it's like, I knew exactly why he did that. Even like my passenger, she freaked out. She goes, this was why I don't drive. She's like, I don't know if she exaggerated it, but she's like, I've been in like 8 accidents. I'm like, God, that's a lot. Maybe you shouldn't be driving. It's like, you driving got you in 8 accidents.
Right.
But she's like, I saw why he did that. Like, he did that because you slowed down. He was like, I think he just wasn't paying attention, and then he thought that I slammed on my brakes or something. I don't fucking know. But I was like, fucking motherfucker. And then, like, with that, so that was her keys. I think they end up hitting the floor because I dropped her off at work, and then the next passenger was like, oh, the keys on the floor. God damn it. I checked the seat. I don't check the floors. And then I was like, man, I wonder if those are her friends. Because you lose all that info immediately. Like, you don't know where you picked them up or where you dropped them off. You don't know their name or have any contact information after that ride ends. And I'm like, I don't even can't remember the area I was in. I'm like, this is Columbus. I don't know my way around Columbus. And I was like, even going to try to find like if I could figure out like a proximity, because I was going to just drop them off at a police station or a fire department, because I was trying to get a hold of her, and because you can like report lost items, and they wouldn't give me an address or any info for her. And then she finally got a hold of me today, which, yeah, so that was yesterday. And then I'm like, those aren't your friends' keys, are they? Because I was like, if they're your friends' keys and you have to watch their pets, like, it's gonna suck for you. Because that's what I was worried about. I'm like, man, these, like, if I can't get them to her for about another 4 days, like, dogs and cats are gonna fucking die. That's, but it ended up being that she threw the friend's keys in her purse, and she had her keys, like, on her thing, and they were the ones that fell on the floor, but she just needed them overnighted because she's the manager and her work keys were on there. I was like, no, that's good. That's like really, I don't remember any funny Lyft stories by any means, but that was my eventful moment. That was kind of like those motherfuckers.
This is like the one rare week while I am just boring as shit. All I've done this whole week is just stress and deal with my kid and bitch. And I'm not going to bitch about that on here because fuck that. This is about beer.
Right. Beer and entertainment. If it's not entertaining, we don't need to be saying it.
Exactly. So, we've got coming up, we need to have our Oktoberfest dressed like, stupid German people day.
Absolutely, stupid German.
Halloween.
Oh wow, we hate Germans so much, we're just going to refer to it as stupid German people day.
No, he loves the Germans and the German beer.
I have some German lineage.
There you go.
It's the only thing I really...
So Ariana's the only one that's allowed to say stupid German people. You
Stupid
can't
German
run.
people?
There you go.
I could bitch about stupid British people.
Yeah, you can. I don't know who I can bitch about.
I can bitch about British people too.
Yeah. My dad did one of those like DNA test things a few years back, and it turns out that we're like mostly British or something.
I kind of want to do that, and I kind of don't.
I kind of do now.
Well, like the thing I read
When I was
about
young,
that
I
is that
was
you're supposed to do like the oldest living male in the family to get the most accurate thing, because of how they do all like the bloodline checking and shit. So you guys could definitely do it, but
It'd be my dad.
But like a little bit Irish and mostly British. It was like 60+% on the British. I'm going, okay, that's why I like British thing. I'm mostly limey.
There we go. I had one Indian dude look at me and tell me, like, not like from India, obviously American Indian. He looked at me, he's like, "You're Indian, aren't you?" I don't know. Like, he swears I'm Indian because I'm dark and blue eyes and shit like that.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Coming back up.
And then
Do you want some beer too?
he does.
There you go. You can guess what our next beer is.
Oh no, man.
Is it brown?
It is. Oh my god.
So she had this Indian dude look at her and he was like, "Hello, can I see your bums and vagina?"
No, not that kind. This is Indian Ronnie. Ronnie's really cool.
Native American.
Yes.
And the Native American was like, "Oh, can I see your boobs and pussy?"
We call him Indian Ronnie because that's just, he's our friend, so that's what we do. And
The cat likes it.
interesting fact with Indian people, so they save like everything, like, well, not Indian people, American Indians, Native American.
Let him inspect.
Native Americans.
No, not cat approved.
So when they die, they have to be buried with everything of theirs. And so something happened and he got the tip of his finger cut off. It's been sitting in his freezer for like years in a bag.
Interesting.
And I wasn't there. I've never been to his house. Larry was there and he's got it like in a Ziploc bag. Like he took it out and showed it to Larry. Larry took a picture of it. I mean, you can definitely tell it's a fucking fingernail or like a finger with a fingernail on it, and it's like blue, purple, and green. It's all just. It's so rotten. Like I don't know if it rotted before he got it to a refrigerator, because I feel like he would have done that right away. But
Is that why like they don't really cut their hair and stuff?
I kind of wonder if that's what it is, because I was like, well, what about if they shave? And then like, I don't fucking know. But he's got all his baby teeth. Like this dude's like, it's late 60s, early 70s. He's got all his baby teeth.
That's got to be
Because
some
he's gotta be
like
buried with them.
highly specialized tribal religion type stuff.
And so what else?
Ooh.
He
That's your glass.
no, it's yours.
Okay.
So what else did he do? He was like, he made these necklaces for the boys, these beaded necklaces. He just happened to have like an eagle claw and a bear claw when they were in the corresponding Boy Scout class. And so he made him these necklaces, and even the string to it was deer tendon, and he made that like all himself. Like he at one point had the deer tendon, stretched it, dried it out, was supposed to, and made the necklaces for the boys. And he gave us this big longbow, and he gave us an arrow with it. And the arrow, I think it's just on a stick, but the flight feathers are turkey feathers, and again that one's wrapped with deer tendon, and the bone, or like the arrow, the tip of it is carved in some kind of bone, and he even put like this little design in it and shit like that, and he gave that to us.
I'm not getting much on the smell. You?
It smells like flowers.
It doesn't.
I'm not
It's
getting
got
much.
a very light smell.
So I'm not getting much on the smell myself.
But that stuff that he gave us, like all that shit that's made, could easily be worth like several hundred to like a couple thousand easy, just because he made it and he's an Indian. I would never sell it, but
Dude, this is like different.
that's funny.
One of my first thought was
What's that?
fried chicken.
It tastes like fried chicken.
It's like some of the spices
What's
that
that?
I ate off of it.
It reminds me a little bit of cough syrup.
It's like some of the
It's
spices.
a weird scent after you drink it.
It's like some of the spices I'm getting off of it. When I was in Michigan, I went to this chicken place with my folks called Zinders, and they had like their own version of Colonel's spices on their chicken breading.
I can see where you're pulling the spices like that,
Yeah,
and I know why.
I'm getting that kind of a spice thing from it.
So, any guesses?
It smells like flowers and it tastes like cough syrup. Is it like cough syrup?
It's from Masthead Brewing Company in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Haunted Hayride Pumpkin Ale.
Pumpkin.
Mm.
So pumpkin is I can tell that it's pumpkin. It's got it's not super pumpkin-y like the pumpkin. That's like the best pumpkin beer I've ever had. But
I've never had a pumpkin beer before.
I almost bought some-
Yeah.
I almost
Oh my
bought some
God.
pumpkin last weekend.
pumpkin literally tastes like you're eating pumpkin pie. Like if you were to try it after this and it was like one of the mystery beers, you'd be like, oh, it's pumpkin. Like there'd be no way you'd be able to not tell what it is. If you didn't, I would just have to slap you like, bah.
Should have guessed pumpkin though, because we're hitting pumpkin spice season.
Yes.
And like in the last 2 weeks, all of the beer like
It's going to be
feeds have just flipped to like basic white girl beer, pumpkin spice everything.
It's really good. This one's like pretty good. It's not anything like, some of them are very pumpkin-y. And like the one that pumpkin it's not like very weighted. It doesn't weigh you down. Because when I went to the Oktoberfest at the Dayton Art Institute, I had a big glass that I bought there, and it was full, and I'm like, whew, I'm gonna have to like drink this whole thing. But it didn't weigh me down at all. Like I was doing good after that. I'm liking it. It's good. It is pretty good.
Definitely gets me in the Halloween spirits and mood.
Right. That one in particular, like I was gonna actually go to a bottle shop, but I had shit I had to do today, and I didn't know if any of them were gonna be open before noon. So I'm like, a lot like a bottle shop is kind of like a bar, so it's like a lot of bars aren't gonna be open before noon unless they serve a lot of food. So in some bars maybe would be, but I just like alcoholics buy beer before noon. People who are beer snobs and go to an actual bottle shop might not be buying it before noon because they probably have like a job or something that they're working or sleeping because they worked the night before. Like I just don't feel like they'd be up before noon.
See, aside from alcoholics, I figure the only ones who are going to be buying beer at that time are going to be like third shifters just getting off work.
Right, and it's like at that point, that's like you're drinking to get drunk. I feel like I don't know, these type of beers, like it's just a different feel. Like you're not gonna buy those to just get drunk and then pass out for the day. You're gonna buy those for an evening or a weekend or to share or to have just a couple to sip on. And I don't know, for me, I would do that early in the morning. You know, like I'd pull the Missy's an alcoholic approach, but not like I don't know.
Get off work in the morning with all the people after working all night. Go hit the bar after work.
That's absolutely fun. But no, I got those from Kroger, and I was kind of shocked that Kroger had a really good selection of stuff that I actually been wanting to try, but they never had it in like the build your own. And that one in particular, I was like, do they even? Because they used to sell tall bottles of stuff, and I was like, ooh, I'll get a tall bottle. They didn't have tall bottles. They haven't had them for a while, but when I saw that in a 4-pack, I'm like, definitely getting it. It's well worth it.
So Sunday I went to Jungle Jim's down in Cincinnati, and they usually have an amazing beer section. I don't know if I've looked at too many craft beers lately, but everything just seemed like the same. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I've noticed that the last time I was there, because I was talking about wanting to get like build your own packs from other places, and I was told, oh, Jungle Jim's. I was like, Jungle Jim's is like crap.
The only part, like, I didn't buy anything from there. I already got the Kings Island beer from Mr. Zach, but they had some of those there. The only thing that really interested me, that got me excited at all, I was walking through the international beer section. They had actual German beers, like an actual German Hefeweizen and an actual German-made Dunkel and things like that. I'm like, that is like, I feel like beer school kind of thoughts.
Right, yeah, that's funny.
But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And there just wasn't anything that interested me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I felt that way about, because especially if it's like where you're buying the whole 6-pack, I'm like, well, this is all boring ass shit that I've tasted stuff like it before. I'm looking for something new. That's what happens when you're a craft beer snob. You're like, I'm looking for something new. And so you're like, I'm spending good money on this. I'm not going to buy it just to be trying shit and getting drunk from stuff that I've never had before. Damn it, I'm going to buy something that I've never had.
And get drunk.
Get a good buzz and not get stupid drunk. It's like, I want to sip these and enjoy these, not be like, did I have a good time? Like, I heard that was a good time.
Blacking out on craft beer.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever blacked out. I know damn well I've never blacked out on craft beer. Probably blacked out on IPAs or something. Like, I mean, I'm sure there was some kind of like a difference in, probably had an IPA at the Rob Zombie concert that I wanted to like try to fucking touch everybody at. That I didn't remember a single thing about, other than they threw the alien around and your brother caught it. It's the only thing I remember. Oh, this is a good time.
Sweating people up at the Rob Zombie concert.
Man,
That's right. I molested everybody there.
I hope that fucking Incubus.
Sexually assaulted.
Talking about that.
I don't know.
Since it's the same place, I hope that fucking Incubus show's good.
That's right. Just start sexually assaulting everyone there and get really drunk to the point where you're like,
I can make it good.
Right, you can make it good. Like, I don't remember a band being there, but I was told that I was having the time of my life.
Yeah.
Like the
all the women are.
Touch all the dudes,
guys.
right? Yeah, you gotta touch the dudes. It's equal opportunity sexual assault, and you can't really grab them in sexual places. It's more so like petting them and like down the arm or something.
That dude,
just on their face, like.
yeah. So.
I know we've talked about that before on this.
That Rob Zombie concert, the dude she was petting, man.
He He was weird all of
He
himself.
had like the worst goddamn tattoo.
I don't even remember it. I mean,
Like,
I do. It was like solid black.
His arm tattoos were like solid black. He had it go up like it was like finger cuffs up and around like that and shit. He was there wearing a kilt.
He was wearing. It was alright.
Dude was like wearing a kilt, and she's just like, hi.
He asked if I was on ecstasy.
Yeah, at one point I asked if she was on ecstasy.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope, just drunk, just dumb. And at that point, Larry's with her. I'm like, man, I'm glad Larry's here. I don't have to babysit her. He like legitimately had like the worst goddamn time. He just looked fucking
That was a
pissed
free
and miserable.
fucking ticket for him, and I was even just gonna buy a ticket and take myself.
He looked
He
pissed.
should be so fucking lucky.
He looked pissed and miserable the whole time, and I was just like, huh. I was hanging out with Aaron and Chris. I'm like, this is great watching. I'm like, man, Missy's standing up on the seats trying to like, she wasn't flashing her tits, just standing on the seats trying to like chair surf or something. I don't know. That was good times.
You guys just reminded me when you were talking about the way somebody looks. So at the Korn concert, I saw this dude come walking towards us, and he like, the way his beard looked, it looked like he was wearing like one of those fake beards that you like just like tie around your head or whatever, because it was just like really skinny right here, and then it went down, and then it was like really long, and it was just like the way he shaved it up here, it made it look like it, you know, was getting thinner, and then, you know, like tied around. It was really fucking weird looking.
I think if I was a dude, I would do weird things with my hair and facial hair all the
So
time.
should I grow like my side beard back out again and like shave this off and just make it look like it just ties around back?
Yeah.
Just, you know, go up from here, shave like all this for sure, and then just have it go around back so it's just like, you know, anything and everything.
Yeah, like you should have it. It should go like this, and then you should have it go up here like this. And when it comes around to the back, it just looks like two strings, and then in the back, it's gotta have loops and things that go down here and like circles and the loops shaved out. It literally would look like a bow, like it's tied behind you, like it's holding the beard on.
This is getting to the point like where you see like the hairy dudes will let shave like bikinis and shit on them and carve things in their chest hair and shit.
I liked the one I saw online. The dude was so fucking hairy. He had a cat shaved in his hair, in his chest hair, and then it come up like this, and it was a tail. It literally came like right.
There was one I saw where a dude like shaved this, and you know, like the mustache will go down like that,
Yes.
you know. And instead of that, it was goes down and it like went all the way down around his nipples and shit.
I would do shit like that. I think I would troll my dates. Like, you know, like you'll have girls that troll the dates on the dating sites that are just like, I'm gonna just get with this dumbass just so he will like buy me a free meal. I'm just looking for a free meal.
Been there, done that.
Well, I would take a lot of really good looking, sexy pictures of me being a man, but then I would show up looking really fucking stupid. Like I'd have those, and then I would probably wear like a fishnet shirt so you could see like circle my nipples.
Or you would like try to get her to go home with you like the first night, you know, and then you'd be like, just take your clothes off and be like, what's wrong with you?
I would do
They're like,
that.
what's wrong with you? I'm nudist. What?
But
this is my house. I wish to be naked.
I wouldn't be like super fucking weird by any means. I would just look weird, but I would be like, I would mess with their head because I'd be like really proper and appropriate and go above and beyond and be like, yeah, that's probably, you know, just give them the best time ever. But they'd be like, man, I really like him. My friends are gonna call me a fucking idiot. They're gonna ask me if he's fucking retarded. Like, they would literally think that something's wrong with him, like so bad. They'd be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you dating that idiot?
Take off
really
pants.
Nice. He treats me good.
Take pants off. You got like fucking dyed green pubes or something.
Sweet.
Fucking like neon green dyed pubes.
I feel like I would be impressed with somebody. that
I
did
would
shit
too.
like
Would
that.
you be
I'd be
impressed
like-
if somebody had neon green dyed pubes?
Probably.
I would be like,
What-
God damn it. Be like,
what's that
you're an
dude's-
idiot.
what's that dude's
Jesus,
number, man?
you're cool.
What-
Like, you've acted like an idiot, but this is awesome. Or like he just pulls his pants off and, you know, it's dressed up like we were talking about
Yeah, like
earlier.
googly eyes and stuff.
The googly
Googly
eyes.
eyes,
on the dude.
little googly eyes, a wig, maybe a
Little
tie.
sombrero.
That's right.
Maybe a Trump supporter, a little Donald Trump wig on top.
So, you know, if they dressed it up for Halloween, he'd be like wearing a cape or something and it would look like...
No. You gotta put like little pumpkin eyes on it and paint it orange.
That would be funny. It would be like this, like dark green pubes, and then a pumpkin, like colored thing, and it would be like the pumpkin patch.
Or like, you know, we've talked about that puppetry of the penis thing before.
Yes.
Just flip the balls up, you got like black lines on them, look like pumpkins.
So we decided at dinner that we will accept dick pics if it's dressed up.
Yes, I think we almost even talked about that before. But yes,
Probably
please,
did.
because it was please send your dick pics, and we were like, who are we sending them to? Like, you know,
Wait, so you're in charge of the website. Why don't you make like a dick pics at the strobingbuttplug.com email?
Oh my god. Yes.
That's not a bad idea.
I will do that. And then like you could post them on the website. You couldn't post them, like you could probably post the link as long as it didn't have like
Well, it's
pictures.
your.com. You can do whatever the hell you want. You just
Well, I meant just like, you know, to advertise it on social media
Yeah.
or something. Like we could, like, you know, we wouldn't show their face, we would just show their dick pics.
It'll be anonymized or something. And and ladies out there, if you want to send like boobs with like creative things painted on them too, that's funny too. Not as funny as dicks, but it'd be
I
funny.
mean, you can like go all the way with it if you wanted
Right,
to.
yeah.
Okay,
And
so
and transgenders that are mid whatever, and they have boobs and the dick.
Whichever-
Send a fucking full body shot.
Just
I
be
don't
creative.
care. Absolutely.
just do like from like Silence of the Lambs, the whole, you know, puts the lotion on the skin guy. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Do like a tucked up picture. Why not? You just gotta paint something funny on it.
I would have a whole lot of trouble not fucking somebody if they had boobs and a penis, and but they did shit to both of them. I'd be like, oh my god, you just did everything, and then I'd probably be like all weirded out, and I'd be like, no, I'm never doing that again.
So what if they're weird looking as shit, but it's the best sex ever?
I don't know. Then I'd probably have to fuck them again. I wouldn't fuck anybody else like that again. I'd be like, okay, dude, or her, or Hermie, or you know, like whatever.
Then
but if they don't go by a them, they don't have to be a them.
well,
Their pronouns. There was something that like.
pronouns are so like challenging sometimes.
Well, it is, but isn't, because it's like I always assumed that if somebody went by a she, it would be like she and her, and then it was like there's somebody on my Facebook that they're just all the time randomly be like age and pronoun check, and then people will go through there, and then like this person, I can't remember what this person identifies as, but they're like, and remember, there's a difference between she and they and she and hers, and I was like, damn it, what is the fucking difference? Like it was like,
Yeah, what is the difference?
right.
I don't know, but like talking about that crap, like at my work on like the emails and all the handles, all the like top level managers across like North America added like tags, their preferred pronoun tags to everything. And I'm just like, okay. Of course, it's all, you know, we'll call it cisgender normal, he, him, she, her, all that. But, you know, but it's just like, well, that's cool. And then I'm like,
make up my own pronoun just to confuse other people.
I remember seeing that email about, you know, update with your preferred pronouns, and I'm going, what's the pronoun for I want to be referred to as a robot?
It?
No, not it. I want to be like a new pronoun. I need to invent a new pronoun for being a robot. Robo? Robosexual? I like sticking my dick in dishwashers, okay? Don't judge me.
Robo, and like,
I like it. It's probably actually a thing if you look it up. Yeah.
Did you guys saw that? I know you did. Did you saw that picture where the dude with the sex doll giving birth?
Yeah, it was a little.
oh, I don't know about that.
I can't tell if that was real or not. So I was
Right, because it could be, well, would you spend that kind of money trolling the internet? I mean, if you were rich, yes, but he would probably be more recognized for other than just that. He'd be recognized for other things, because I've seen that several times.
I should share that to the butt plug. But basically, it was like a dude who like had his sex doll, and it made it look like they'd impregnated her, and they had like a C-section, and the sex doll gave birth, and it was just like a regular baby doll or
Right.
something.
I was gonna say I wanted to look it up, but robosexual is just that. It's a thing on the internet, obviously.
Damn it! I wanted to invent a new one.
You can't invent it.
It's already invented. A person is sexually attracted to machines such as robots and dishwashers.
The same dishwasher.
Yeah!
Oh, damn it. I was gonna say I read that. Did she get pull up a new thing? Like,
No.
I like dishwashers.
that's great.
What's up, dishwasher? How you doing?
Hey, my kid's a dishwasher.
Or
I don't-
techno. Robosexual or technosexual.
So they like technology. Oh, Facebook. Ugh, yeah.
Oh, Mark
Attracted
Zuckerberg.
to
Right.
machines
Oh, Mark
such as
Zuckerberg.
Cyborgs, androids. What's the fuck's Is it gynoid? Gynoid?
Gynoid, is that like ginormous?
I don't know. Robots and automation.
Well, so we're gonna see how
Well,
you.
alright then.
GYNOID.
GY, yeah.
Let's see.
Gynoid?
I don't know.
Let me see. How's this?
Gynoid obesity. Gynoid pattern of fat distribution. Gynoid fat. GYNOID.
Gynoid. Gynoid.
Good. So, how do you get Siri to pronounce? Oh wait, hold on.
Sexy.
Got the burps today.
I'd say they need to have
Genoid?
Gynoid.
That bitch never pronounced
No,
shit
she
right.
doesn't. You
I
gotta
mean,
do Google.
She calls my hometown Pika. Pika.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not Pika, but that's okay. Or instead of the town of Lima that's north, it's Lima, which that's the country.
Yeah, they call Salina Selena.
Yeah.
Versailles is Versailles.
Of course, that's what like the originals and all these places are named after. That's how they're pronounced. We just have our bastardized redneck versions.
We
Yes.
like trashed it up.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
you know, what else are we gonna do?
Like we do around here.
Oh wait, hold on. We'll try this. GYNOID. Now we'll just do this and see if. God damn it! But it came on other things. How to say gynoid. That's on YouTube.
Okay.
I like gynoid because it sounds like gina.
I like gynoid because it sounds like gynecologist.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm gonna use my own term, just like you call tahine Tajin, and you will never not call it Tajin.
Cajun.
Come on.
Those aren't
What
right on time
Android?
either because I've watched. Yes.
Gynoid.
I've heard like different videos on YouTube where they all pronounce the thing 3 different ways, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's so
Still don't
funny.
know how to pronounce it.
Okay, so I googled what is a gynoid, and I got what is gynoid fat ratio. And it says gynoid fat ratio is defined as android fat divided by gynoid fat.
What's gynoid fat? And how do you have android fat?
I don't know, but like that's like on a government website.
This world's too fucked up for me. I don't understand these things.
Does that mean we're old or just the world's fucked up though?
There's weird shit. It's not even
There
that
we
we're
go.
old and we like mispronounce everything. It's just that
Anything that resembles or pertains to the female human form.
well, that makes sense.
So is that just like a
A
sexy?
fupa. It's a fupa. It's android fupa divided by or android fat divided by fupa fat.
The term has more recently been applied to a humanoid robot designed to more accurately look like a human female, with much more realism than normal androids or of those with a sexual connotation.
Well, now
It's
I'm
robot fupa.
so now I'm turned off because.
Gynoid is robot fupa.
So I'm thinking of like fucking Futurama when they had the episode where everybody was having sex with robots, and there was like a dude having sex with a Marilyn Monroe bot.
That's funny.
It was
I like that she said fembots because then I immediately pictured machine gun jumblies. Except for there's going to be also
Muscle powers.
yeah, there's going to be machine gun fupa.
say machine gun boobs, and like a hydraulic cylinder powered like vagina that just crushes everything, like that hydraulic cylinder channel.
That's great.
Just instead of like anything I put on there, it's gonna be dicks.
That's going to be like it's going to come out compacted.
You'd be like, that was the best sex ever. My joke's broken, but
Fucking disappeared, flattened.
it's like fucking Wile E. Coyote getting
Last
run
sex
over
you'll ever have.
by, like
That'd be
Wile E.
last
Coyote
sex.
getting run over by a steamroller, but it's your dick.
Yes, that's what it would be like. Gynoid is android fupa.
I am so disappointed that's like an actual thing. Not really surprised, just disappointed.
So now you need a new term for your
I-
sexuality, Ron.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
you can't. Maybe you can just refer to yourself as gynoid fupa.
Why are you attracted to yes, gynoid fupa? What is that? I don't know. But it gets me hot, baby.
This is my buddy. I refer to him as gynoid fupa. Well, why is that? Because he's a pussy and he's kind of robotic.
Babe, oh babe. Please show your bobs and veggie.
It'd be like a Ben Stein type person, but a complete pussy. That's the gynoid fupa.
That could
Whatever happened to that guy?
Is he still alive?
I'm sure he's still alive. He
I
just,
like Ben Stein. You not heard that he's died.
It's probably like Adam Sandler and
Probably
Drew
Ben Stein
Barrymore,
guy.
like a lot of those
Probably
guys.
still on TV and I just don't know about it.
They probably switched
Right.
from like acting to producing because it makes more money. Or, you know, they made enough money in all their movies, they're just like, I've got millions of dollars. Fuck this, I'm just gonna be rich and live my goddamn life.
It doesn't say he's dead.
Look it up on IMDb, I'm sure he's just producing or something.
It's let's see, he's 76. Maybe he's not dead. Let's see, it's
Ben
been weird.
Stiller, IMDb.
Did you say Ben Stiller?
Is that who you said?
No, it's Ben Stein. That old guy. The guy that talks like in a monotone voice.
He had that like game show or something.
Yeah. It was on Comedy Central.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called.
I don't remember what it's called either. It was really funny.
Some of the Wonder Years.
When Ben Stein's Money.
There you go.
Oh, okay. I know what you're fucking talking about. Let's see.
He he co-starred in a propaganda film in 2008 called Expelled. It portrays pseudoscience of intelligent design creationism. I'm just not going to read all of that bullshit, but let's see.
2013, 2014, 2016, 2020, he's doing shit on Entertainment Tonight.
This is an interesting fact. Stein is the son of economist and writer Herbert Stein, who worked at the White House under President Nixon. As a character actor, he is well known for his droning, monotonous delivery. In comedy, he is known for his deadpan delivery. Stein has made many provocative, polemic comments over the years, such as claiming President Barack Obama was the most racist president that has ever been in America. Funny.
Yeah, he is a,
He is an alive person.
like a producer. That's what he's been mainly doing now.
He's got a website, benstein.com.
Interesting.
But he's done 80 things according to this.
Damn. Yeah. He's been around for a long time. I mean,
Trademark deadpan face. Star sign. He's a Sagittarius.
Yeah, there you go. Right there with you there.
Trivia. He was extremely fond of his dog, Puppy Wuppy. Puppy Wuppy appeared in every episode of Turn Ben Stein On in 1999.
Turn Ben Stein On?
Yeah, it was a show he had in 1999.
I don't...
As he was
I
allowed to
almost think I've heard of that.
as Puppy Wuppy was simply allowed to run around on set while taping. Puppy Wuppy was killed by a car in parts of ...
aw.
That's fucking depressing.
Yeah, that is depressing.
That's right.
Jeez, Ron, way to bring the party down.
Man, I didn't fucking hit the dog. I wouldn't a dog named Puppy Wuppy, I'd be all like, come here, let me give you treats, make you fat.
I think that's really funny just because... Could you just picture him being like, Poppy Woppy. Oh, look, that's my favorite, Poppy Woppy.
Come here, boy.
Poppy Woppy.
Come here, boy. You are such a good boy. You're a good boy, Puppy
favorite
Wuppy.
Poppy Woppy.
I love this dog. I'm going to scratch its belly now. Puppy Wuppy, let us go for a walk. Would you like a walk, Puppy Wuppy? We are taking a walk now, Puppy Wuppy. Thank you.
I wonder, I don't know, like
What do I
is
think
that
they-
mostly how he is, or has he just become that way because like that's like how his
That's his
comedic
character.
went? I was gonna say right.
That's probably just as scary. He's
because
probably
he's like that on everything. Like at that point, like
I've never not seen him like that.
the way it's. I mean, I get it if it's character, but if you do that so much, it's like the way you do something is the way you do everything. So it's like, does he like just become that? Like, is he just now that person, or so like, was he really different? You know, when he was just being himself, and then now he's more like his character because he's done his character so much. Because then that's
you
just
gotta
like,
wonder after doing that, because he was in what, Ferris Bueller's Day Off too, right?
yeah, he was in it.
And like, you know, he got big. Yeah, he got big for doing
Did
that.
right.
So after a while of doing that, and you're like, well, this is boring, but everybody loves it.
He was in a fucking Clear Eyes commercial.
And I'm,
Oh
eyebrows.
yeah, I remember that.
and it's like, well, I'm making money at it, so let's just do it. And after a while, people are gonna seek you out to be that guy.
Mhm.
So you get a shtick, you stick with it, you know.
Right, so it's like, does he just, because I kind of wonder at some point if, like, you know, he's already old, but if he just, I think his mind is like, I don't know, moving enough that he probably would not become have dementia
How old
and
did you
shit.
say he was?
Like 76.
Oh, he's just fucking retired. He's just
So, but I mean, like,
living that old retired celebrity man life.
if he was to have like get dementia or Alzheimer's, would he revert back? I mean, at some point, sometimes they just become like they just can't talk, like they don't know what to do. But I would like to hear, would he keep that type of voice? So like when he's talking to you, just random dementia, Alzheimer's babble, would it be that monotone, or would it like actually change and fluctuate after, just because he? I would like to see if, you know.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting thing. Like, does this happen like this or what?
No, I have flashbacks to my grandma got dementia. Thanks, bitch.
No problem.
Me too.
Yeah. I saw him at the nursing home when he was at the one that I went in and out a lot, and I saw him and I was like, you could just tell like he would have been able to recognize me. I just didn't bother with him. Didn't want to upset him, but he looked like he was having a good time sitting there with the stuff that he had in his lap. So.
Yeah, he threatened to smack the gum out of my face one time.
Oh, wow.
Because he thought we were making fun of him.
Damn.
Wow.
That's sometimes they just I don't know if they get scared or angry or what. I had this one lady, she was awesome. She wanted root beer, like a root beer float at the nursing, like in the middle of the night at this nursing home that she was at. And apparently they did not want to make her the root beer float, so she flipped out and she fucked her room up. Like she had a recliner and she pulled all the stuffing out of the recliner, and it was everywhere in her room, like it fucking crazy. And I was just like, I went in there and then she was like mad, she was yelling at us all, and I'm like, hey, like what's going on? She's talking about she wanted a root beer float. I was like, is that it? And then the girls were like, oh yeah. I was like, get her a fucking root beer float. They got a root beer float. Like she loved it. She was talking to me, telling me about how her grandpa would make like his own root beer and this. She's like, you want to try some of my float? No, we're good. And like she was just leading me around with my arm. Like she's like, yeah, and like that belongs to me and my husband. This is ours. Like she thought, we bought that wing over there. We're gonna turn that into this. And like she was like a lot of fun. And then they had like a really big bird sanctuary thing, and she was telling me about that. She was like, we were standing there looking at it. She was trying to talk to them. She wouldn't let go of my arm. She was like linked in. And then the girls just kept getting closer and closer. She's like, you guys can go away now. I'm talking to my friend. Like she's like, she hated them. She absolutely hated them. And the one girl had just got done putting on her chapstick. And then she was just holding it in her hand, and like that lady was like, yeah, that's mine too. And she grabbed it out of the girl's hand and just put it on her lips, and then she put the cat back up. And then like I love this lady, but we were there for like hours, and dispatch kept calling us. I'm like, hey, I almost got this lady talked into going with us, because like she wouldn't go with us. She was like, no. And every time that like a patient just is not fully with it, and they don't want to leave, and they're going because of a behavioral emergency like that, caused by them usually. They don't want to come with us, and the nursing home is like, oh, they're taking you home. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I've just resorted to this. They're like, are you taking me home? I'm like, no, but we're taking you someplace else where they're not gonna fucking lie to you. You know, and then I just like, you're mad at them, right? Is it because they're treating you like shit? And usually they agree because they think they're being treated like shit, and they like me. So I'm just like, why don't you come with us? We'll get you away from them so you're not treated like shit and lied to by them anymore. And then that's when they come to us, and I'm just like, oh, fuck yeah. But that lady was, I would have hung out all day and all night with her. She just had a story for it was a wrong story, but it was fun. like everything was hers. Like, this is me and my husband's. We got this. Like, here, that's mine too.
I feel like if I ever get like dementia someday and I'm in an old folks home and they like have a computer trouble in there, I'll just be like, old guy trying to hack it.
I can see that. I had this one lady.
Be like, haha, I've downloaded all the internet porn to your computer. Sir, that doesn't have internet access. Does now.
I would probably just be sitting and staring out the fucking window.
I had this lady. It was really great. We went to this other nursing home.
Or like you get like all these kids now that like yeet and they just like throw random signs and shit. You just got like one of them having like dementia back to their teenage age. Like, do the doggy! Yeet! Quick, give me some milk crates.
Right. No, but this other lady, so we walked into the nursing home. This lady was loud, obnoxious, and she was just like laughing at everything. It was like she was fucking drunk. It was just dementia. And like her son's wife was there, but the lady that was talking to us, she's like, yes, my mother-in-law, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna go on the appointment with you guys, but I'm gonna drive myself. I'm like, all right, cool. And like, her husband passed, so that was the only caretaker she had, was like her. She was the only one able to care for the mother-in-law. But so on the way there, this lady was just loud and just crazily obnoxious, and then my partner was like, well, I know which one you will be. So I was like, yeah, that would totally be me, and like when I'm in like the nursing home. But we were on the way to this appointment, and she's just talking about like places that she'd been before. And I remember this, blah blah here, and she's like, oh, like you know what I want a beer. I'm like, fuck yeah, you know. She's like, when are we gonna get a beer? And then like she's just talking and laughing, and all of a sudden she was like, where the hell are we? She was great. I love that woman too.
I would like the other. I like the other idea. None of us have dementia, and we're just sitting in the old
just acting that way just because we can.
Yeah, or we're sitting there and just want to, talking to these old people. Man, so I used to talk about this butt plug stuff all the time, and it's just butt plugs, man. You know, and it was like every Tuesday, me and ladies need to go butt plug. And like, okay, Ron, that's good, but it's Tuesday. I got a butt plug, man.
I feel like if I went
like 80, 85 years old, like, but seriously, man, we fucking butt plug like every fucking week. Okay,
Hey guys, we're going butt plugging.
be like, I'm gonna get on the fucking YouTube still thing, right? Butt plug. Look up butt plug on YouTube.
I feel like if I was in a nursing home like that, like I would fuck with them just to do that. Like I would act like I had dementia, and I'd be like really fucking crazy. And then when I got to like the behavioral unit, I'd be like, I don't know what they're talking about. Like, you know, I'd just be.
I could see.
I would be
doing
so
that.
fucking normal. And that actually reminds me of this other patient I had. I forget the situation. I think I took her out of like a rehabilitation place, not like drug rehab, but just
Old people rehab.
Yeah. And so she'd been there for a little while. They're like, yeah, she's she doesn't communicate. She's like non-verbal, whatever, blah 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 blah. And then so like I was trying but they're like, but we know she can like understand you. I was like, all right. So I was telling her what we were doing, you know, whatever. She came with us, and I got her outside and I said something to her. She's like, I can talk, I just don't like them. I was like, holy shit! I was like, yes! Like she was fully with it too. This was not a dementia patient.
Like,
she just
I
hated
can talk,
those
they're just goddamn assholes, and I don't want to talk to
She
them.
hated them. I was like, interesting. Like this is good stuff. That would be me also.
And if you tell them I'll talk, I'm gonna fucking kick your
Yeah,
ass.
but like she went there for rehab. Like she must have fallen, got hurt or something. So she was there a week, 2, 3, couple months. Like, and they just thought she couldn't talk. She just hated them.
That is awesome. Shit. We are getting towards time,
We
ladies.
are. It went fucking quick. And even like after we had that third beer, and we were sitting here for a while, and I was like, I'm gonna open we already did. Like the beers are gone super quick.
So, a question I'd like to ask: have we learned anything this week?
Ron's obsessed with porn.
You're more obsessed with porn because you're the one that brought it up.
I don't remember. I mean, I remember it being brought up, but I don't.
I'm the one that's better at describing pornographic situations. You're the one that's like, oh, that'd be great porn. This is porn. That's porn.
Oh, what you were talking about, I just said I was going to picture it being, I was going to have a pornographic memory. That's what I was
Yeah,
going to
instead of
have.
photographic memory. You remember everything like it's a porno.
Yeah.
So, like, next week we asked what happened last time on Butt Plug. She's
Like,
like,
we were on the couch naked. It was fucking weird.
we're on the couch naked, and like you were jerking off, Ariana was jerking off. I was just sitting there like, what the fuck, man? And so I started jerking off, and we're all jerking off. We get a lot better ratings that way, I bet.
There you go.
I learned that it's funny to pretend like you can't talk in a nursing home because you pay people.
That sounds
Great.
That legitimately sounds like a hell of a golden plan.
Yes, absolutely.
It's just to go in there and be like, damn it.
Nope, just completely silent. Just
Well, you know, they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
she fully went by that, I guess. She was pretty cool. I liked her.
I like her, and I don't even know.
Indeed. So, anyway, like, subscribe, share.
Let's see. I've been looking at the.
I think
Absolutely.
one of the things was that the Butt Plug Facebook finally hit like 1,000 or something.
I don't know that it hit.
There was like 1,000
There's no
something I saw the other day.
Probably 1,000 interaction for like a certain duration of time.
Do something.
No, I've been looking at the website because the theme I have for the website, I've been looking at like really good stuff for it. And I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna really build the website up, and then I'm gonna have to go back through like all the episodes and see which beers we had during what time, and then put a little synopsis there and put all the videos and stuff, and
I got fucking lazy.
put some stuff on there. I'm gonna put some shirts up too.
I was thinking I need to change my bio. I was thinking about that the other day. I completely forgot about it.
That's so funny.
So, the website address again, ladies?
Strobingbuttplug.com.
Ariana, did you get in on that?
I did.
She did.
Like, subscribe, share. Bye!